there are days where I'm like, this is just could be like my old age home. It's all amenities. This is a nice little small town to retire in. But I mean, you can't
No,
be
it's
here
wonderful.
during the
I
winter.
love SAG. Yeah, I love SAG. But here's the thing. I think, you know, I just listen, some people just really want to go to Florida, relax or whatever. But he said, I'm not done with New York. I'm not done with, the Hamptons. It just said he said he
He's
did,
done
I think,
performing.
150 something, 50,000 shows. I don't know what the hell the number was. I could be out of my mind. But his last show was in November. So I'm going to have Ryan get us all tickets and you're coming. We are going. So now the only problem is because you and I want to go to Vegas to see the Pretty Mess, we have to figure this out around Billy Joel. Unless we go see him in October. You know what I mean? And then this way, if it's this, because I want to go Thanksgiving weekend.
Well, we're not going on 9/24 because we're going to be at our, we have something to announce about our own show, 9/24 at City Winery. We have found out our good friend, the Countess,
Yes,
de Lesseps, is playing in Philadelphia the night before. So now you should just make a weekend out of it. You see Luann on Saturday, you stay in the hotel, and you see us on Sunday. You have two reasons to come to Philadelphia. Countess Luann on the 23rd. You're welcome, Lou. And the 24th, you see us, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love it. I think it's great. That was great news that I heard that. Olivia got me the presidential suite.
Oh my God. Listen, I got to call this Olivia.
Thank you, Olivia. Why don't you?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, find out who she talked to. All of us are getting a free bottle of champagne. They upgraded all the rooms to suites. So I would suggest you just text Olivia and tell her to handle it for you. And then just give the hotel your credit card. That's what we did.
All right, let me call Olivia. Here's where I want to start today. I mean, I don't want to start coming from a liar right away today. But someone slipped into my DMs and said this. I didn't say this, and I really wish I knew who this was. I thought this was very interesting. They said, does Melissa have any fans? They're like, she really doesn't have any fans. She has a lot of people that hate Teresa. And I'm like,
really?
And I'm like, well, that is interesting. Think about it. Like Teresa has fans, like, Kyle. They're like, does Melissa have any fans? Or is it just a ton of people that hate Teresa that therefore like Melissa? And I'm like, there is a difference. There is a difference. I just thought that was interesting. I'm minding my own business. This slipped into my DMs. I apologize to whoever said this, but think about it. Like Madonna has fans, Pretty Mess has fans. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Does Melissa have fans?
I'll have to delve into it. The best way to go on is her Instagram, and you see what the comments are. See how much they love her. That's you're blocked, but I'm not, so I can go check. Girl. So somebody that we know slipped into my DMs, and I'll give 2 hints because I don't want to say his name, but he was trending last week, and he was on the show.
I know who it is.
And it was a relative. So that's all I'm going to tell you guys. So he slips into my DMs and he tells me that this is a joke about the house. First of all, the house looks great. The Gorga house looks great now. And Melissa's saying, this was my dream. No, it wasn't. Melissa, that nose of yours is growing back if you continue this. It will grow back, okay? You've got to stop the lies. Gorga called, this person who called me, I can't say the name, but you all know who it is, their architect, and hired him. And the architect came in and redid the front of the house. So, Messy, stop the fibbies because the nose is going to grow back and you're going to have to go on your 6th nose job. So, stop the lies. Why can't you just admit, I made a mistake. You guys were right. Thank you for the input. I hired a fabulous architect and they fixed it. Like, just admit it. People would love you more. Don't you think, David?
Yeah.
They would love you more. Like, why do you lie about such menial things? There's other parts of the house I'm sure people loved, but you fucked up the front bad. Horrible. And the black chandeliers were bad. Okay.
And now it looks great. It does look really good.
It looks great. say, you know what? I do a lot of things good, but I screwed up the front of the house and we hired an architect and look how great what he did. So this was not your vision. Okay, so stop.
And she hired an architect by, say, as you say, a family member that maybe lives in the area. So what?
Who's using the same architect, and they called him and they used him.
They just walked, like, did they walk down the street and say,
I don't know, I'm sure
the big sign is in the front, like Frank and Son Architects, and they said, well, if you're doing their house, why don't you fix ours too? Because it looks like shit.
Right. So yeah, and the person that reached out to me, everybody, you know what it is? We're just disgusted by the ridiculous lies. That's all it is. I'm happy for her that the house looks like that. I mean, nobody wishes, but when someone lies consistently about ridiculous things, come clean. My God.
This is why the kids call her a liar. I don't call her that. That's what the kids call.
It's brutal. It's just every week the lies get more ridiculous. So that's my inside scoop.
And then they say that the kids say, well, Louis lies and Teresa. Well, one thing has nothing to do with the other. We're not talking about, we're not saying these other two don't lie. I mean, this is the topic we're mentioning now. You know, I mean,
exactly.
If Teresa and Louis wanted to go and explode the building down the street, trust me, we would talk about them.
Of course,
24 hours a day too. We got the Malayers on the move over here.
On the move.
Speaking of the house, before we move on, so I didn't see this, but people were telling me, I guess that little midget Joey posted, or Malayer did something on their Instagram where it was like, thank everyone. What an honor that our house is done. You know, and we want to thank all the people that helped with the house. And then one of the people they owed the $17,000 to made a comment that said, yeah, you want to thank all the people. How about you pay us the fucking $17,000, scumbags? So that is apparently, so they're thanking all, you know, the decorators and designers.
Yes.
I didn't see them thanking Fuda for the free fucking tile.
Yep.
But they just gave a general shout out. And one of the people they owe money for is like, you want to thank us? How about you pay us our $17,000?
I can't.
That's kind of funny.
You know, years ago, I called them grifters. Years ago, I don't remember what year it was, but I called them grifters. And I have to say, and Bonnie and Clyde. And again, you know, listen, when Joe and Melissa talk, well, first of all, I heard Melissa's been talking up a storm about me. Kim D. Somebody just DM'd me and said, if she says your name one more time, no, don't worry about Malayer saying my name, because we got something for her. David and I got a couple things. All these lies that Malayer's talking, we are going to prove to you, because I don't listen to her podcast, but you all